Okay, yo, let me know if you can hear me now. All right, you better can hear me because I don't put God name on stuff often. Let me adjust this camera. Give me a second. I don't put God name behind stuff often. What technical difficulties today? When I do put his name behind something. All right, let me know how the sound is now if y'all can hear me. My friend here, Yazid. I cannot pronounce that name. Okay, great. I listen, you all, it's good. You all, I am utterly tired. I'm utterly tired. Last night live stream drained me, but it was so fulfilling. I'm telling you, it was so fulfilling. You all, we had an energy in last night live stream, and I had my thinkers in, people that's thinking on the fourth dimension, and the decoders in, and it's coincidental to me that XRP is pumping when Sophia Stewart book is released, The Matrix. You all should check that out. Let me see, can I pull that up on X.com and XRP? Let's pull that up as well. Nearing its all-time high. Great news for those hollers, those people that have been waiting. Great news for XRP Army. And I want to say this. I was at the bank today. I was at the bank and I was talking. I'm looking into doing a deal, a real estate loan. And I talking to the banker, and I'm explaining to the banker, to him, what cryptocurrency is, right? What cryptocurrency is. And then I go into Bitcoin and we discuss Bitcoin. He wants to know what's going on. What now? Addition, you good now? Thank you. Conscious Cat, where have you been? Where have you been? Thank you so much. You all come in. Hello. You all hit the like, hit the share button. Also, I found out today that I have cataract in my left eye. So I'm going to have that surgical procedure. I'm going to have to get a different prescription eyeglasses. Queen is getting a little older, I guess. I'm like, I told the doctor that did my eye exam, I said, I thought cataracts was for older people. Got cataract in my left eye. You can see it's irritated, so I have to wear these tinted glasses and get my prescription changed. Time for the glasses to come. I know, Kevin. I gotta get the glasses. I was definitely in denial with that. But I spoke to the banker today. I'm looking into another real estate deal. I'm excited about that. And he and I began to discuss cryptocurrency. It's XRP has taken just a little dip, a little cool off. And it's at $2.96. It was over $3 today. And, I went into the historical part and I'm telling him, I said, well, do you know the history behind cash? That in 1971, President Nixon removed cash from the gold standard. And then it was called petrodollar, right? Petrodollar with that. And now there's no commodity back in the US dollar. And what other countries want to do is to de-dollarize. That means the US dollar will no longer be the world reserve currency. We know BRICS, Russia, Putin is heading that, and they want their own currency. And you all, rightfully so. They deserve their own currency, right? TED Talks. Let me see what Kevin said. Yep. Then they took us out the silver. Yes, Kevin, Executive Order 11110. As you see the 1111 in the background, he wanted to bring back the silver standard. And then we have Abraham Lincoln. People think he died or he was assassinated because he wanted to free the slaves. That was not it. He wanted to bring green back. So Abraham Lincoln wanted to bring green back. Then JFK, then he was assassinated. Then JFK wanted to bring the silver standard back. And this is where we all get you all the Wizard of Oz, God money, silver and gold. This is why they say Oz on the Wizard of Oz. Before this was in black and white, they changed Dorothy's shoes to ruby red, but she had on silver shoes, silver slippers, and the golden brick road, and the green man behind the curtain and all that stuff, the Tin Man and all of those commodities, right? That's really about the gold and silver standard. The return of sound money is going through this as well. Yep, the greenbacks. Hello, Smoke, the name coming in as well. And so that's the history of money. Now, I don't know if that banker really knew the history of money. Just because someone works at a bank does not mean that they know the history of money. Smoke the gang. I don't know what's going on. Just make sure you have that bell notification. Doesn't mean they have a job. They do their checks and balances, and that's their job, right? Does not mean they know the history of money. Just and they don't teach us this in schools. So it's all by design and by the plan. And so I'm going over the history of money with him and the importance of money being pegged by a commodity, right? Petrodollar was oil, and then up to 1971, right? It was backed by gold, and that's why the XRP community is so happy about that. And so I was explaining to him about, he knew what the liquidity pool was. He's a banker. He did know about that. And so I'm explaining to him, I said, just like the liquidity pool is when banks want to make transactions, right? XRP is going to be a global transaction currency. When banks want to make transactions, they have a liquidity pool, but for right now, you have a broker, you have a middleman. He said, yes, I understand that. I said, well, XRP is the technology that's going to have these global transactions and cut out the middleman. That's also known as the liquidity pool, right? Also known as the liquidity pool. And this is going to be the exchange of stocks, bond, real estate, that's including commercial real estate, save thousands of dollars. Time is money. It's also going to save time, 3 to 5 seconds. And I said, that's the real big thing about XRP. Now, I've given this analogy, I've given this example, this scenario, that we have Zoom technology, but yet Zoom at one point had the same market cap as ExxonMobil, which is an energy company that has physical products, natural gas and oil. However, Zoom, especially during C19, was really big for communication. Well, XRP is going to be in an analogy type form, the Zoom for liquidity pools when it comes to bank, on-demand liquidity, when it comes to transition these tokenized assets without a middleman, without those fees, without the slowest amount of time. Right now, if you want to send money overseas, the fastest way to do that would be by a jet, right? And it can take up to days to do that. With XRP, we know that that's going to be a matter of seconds. So again, we're saving money and time, and we're talking about instant, on-demand liquidity as well. Wow, my coworker found about XRP through a banker. And what's so profound about this, he said that a lady that works in HR told him about Bitcoin 13 years ago. And I told him, she won't be working in your HR department long. I said, I'm surprised she's still here. He said, yeah, she told me 13 years ago. I didn't act on it. And then he proceeded to ask me how to get started. And I told him about I believe Uphold is very user-friendly, and Gemini. I told him about those two apps, and to get started and just download those apps on his phone. Now, with that being said, so when I left the bank, I had a phone call with my friend, and she asked me concerning the church, and why don't I say God told me things? And, I'll say things like, I woke up, God woke me up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and he gave me this thought, and he told me to look at things a different way. But I never just said, God gave me a vision, a dream about XRP. He doesn't really work with me in vision or dreams. He'll wake me up and give me thoughts. He will talk to me in a still small voice. And I told her, I said, I hate religion. I just told her straight up. I said, I hate religion. And I'm unsure of these people that go on these live streams are really hearing from God. And so I don't want to use God's name in vain. It's me. I said, because I believe that gold, or I know that gold and silver is God's money. So if he's talking to people about XRP and technology, why is he talking to people about his money as well? But she told me, she said, you should say more what God is showing you, because this will help the church as well as the unchurched, right? So give the credit to God. So I told her, okay, I'll go live stream now and do exactly what God told me about XRP. Now, XRP, we know, is a very controversial crypto, right? And I don't like making stuff religious. I don't like making religified, because, as my mentor used to say, it makes 0% to have 100% of man's money and 0% of God's money. Like if you say you believe in God, and Abraham, the richest, in Genesis, the Bible talks about that Abraham was rich in livestock and cattle and silver and gold. Then why, as a believer, right, you don't have any of God's money? Because this is going to be used to reset the currency system. This is going to be used to reset the currency system. So with that being said, you all, a lot of people ask me, especially in religious institutions, if and land, thank you. We can teach this tonight. Very rich in livestock, silver and silver. That's why and land. I'm not really into livestock and cattle, but that's why I'm working on another real estate deal right now. And with that being said, and you all forgive me, my eyes are a little hurting right now. The wealth of the wicked. If you all believe, and let me pull up this video. If you know anything about central banking, the Rothschilds, the Fuggers, those 13 families that lend to the United States, that control the world financially, that's very rich. And if you've studied the Rothschilds and things like that, then you know that the Rothschilds is not looked upon as a good, right? If you study any of that, they're not looked upon as good. And this was one of my issues, is that when decoding The Simpsons, for example, people will come out and say exactly, and The Simpsons showed you, or they showed us exactly, that if this was Jacob Rothschild, that he was an evil man. It showed you right there in The Simpsons that he was an evil man. And so most of the questions that I get is from people that are believers is, okay, if this token is backed by Jacob Fugger, who we researched, this man wanted all of the wealth in Springfield. You all have come to consensus and said, yes, we believe this Jacob Rothschild, right? I'll show you a picture of Jacob Rothschilds and that family. And if you know what they represent, then my question to a lot of you all was, why were you taking pride in saying, yes, that's XRP on his temple? I mean, you said that with pride, but at the same token, you said you were believers. Just stay on. Just stay with me, right? Just stay with me. Because right there in The Simpsons, it shows you that the man, it was evil. He treated his assistant very evil. He treated those that worked for him evil. He said he wanted them to mine another a coin that could replace and debunk the Bitcoin, and people take pride in debunking Bitcoin for whatever reason. I don't know, because Bitcoin is so godlike. It is digital gold. I don't know why. It's a store of wealth. But people choose, but yet you support this. Now, stay on. And so there were some people that, after I did live streams about this, they said, well, I'm going to sell my XRP, and this represents the oppression, the all-seeing eye of the United States dollar. And we're going to reference, you all, also Pharaoh, and how Pharaoh worked the Israelites. He wanted them to make bricks without straw. I think that's Exodus 5 and 6. The Israelites, by requiring, he wanted them to gather their own straw. So the Israelite, by requiring them to gather their own straws while maintaining the same quota, the same bricks production, it added hardship without changing intense labor laws. It added hardship without changing intense labor goals. And so some people will come to me and say, Queen, I decided to sell out my XRP. And I said, wait a minute, wait. Let's get this straight. We know central bankers, right? We know what the central bankers' agenda is: to oppress people. We can go to Exodus again, 5, 6, 13. That was Pharaoh. We got 111 in right now. You also, I want you to hit 111. 111. Whether you are watching this live or on the replay, 111. And so Pharaoh is a representation of America, because America has the world reserve currency as of today's date. And Pharaoh exploited the Israelites' labor, intense efforts with exploited outcomes. In other words, human energy. Pharaoh commanded the Israelites to gather their own straws while maintaining the same quota for the brick production. Intense labor. So we can relate this to people who's living paycheck to paycheck, who listen to Dave Ramsey's advice, for example, and says to get a second job, right? And you still can't make ends meet. You still feel like you can't get ahead. You still feel like that you cannot beat inflation, right? Exodus 5, that's that. So Exodus 5 and Pharaoh's agenda, much love to you from Japan as well. Thank you for tuning in. Was the oppression of human energy. That's why your job has a human resource. You are human energy for the United States. And it is said that even birth certificates are sold on the exchange as bonds, and that your birth certificate within itself is worth millions because of the human labor, right? And so stay on, listen to all this to the end. Listen to the end. So the oppression of human labor was intensified. Human energy was wasted and exploited by those in power, right? Sound like America. Pharaoh focuses on control and oppression. And my friend is on this live stream. He said, yes, about right. Kevin, I don't know if he's still on, but he taxes. And this is why we educate people about getting a home-based business, getting tax deductions, not getting all of those federal taxes taken out of your paycheck at the maximum amount, and to help you not pay back as much taxes, because many people think the Federal Reserve is government, and it's not. When you listen to Trump talk, he's always referencing to wanting to break free of the Federal Reserve, right? And someone says XRP is Mr. Burns coin. Just hold on. I'm gonna reveal that. And so with that being said, and someone said, Did Japan start using XRP? Yeah, I know Bank of America is 100%. 100%. So, Pharaoh requested to gather straw, a task that consumes significant resources without additional support. Get a second job, Dave Ramsey advice. Work tirelessly. Gathering bricks is intense labor, back-breaking work. And so then the question is, or we can go 1933. The government made it illegal for American citizens to own gold because gold in 1933 was the banker's coin. This is what America got so they can shift the power to be the world reserve currency. So they took it from the citizens to say, hey, we have more gold than any other country, so we deserve to have the world reserve currency, our fiat currency, not money, right? Money must have intrinsic value. It's going to be the one that we're going to exchange for commodities. And on that TED Talks video, the young lady during the presentation said, why should we exchange our gold and diamonds for your colored paper that's devalued, that's worthless? And they do intense labor of mining those physical resources. Those people in China that make the Jordans that many Americans wear get paid maybe $150 a month or on a weekly basis for the Jordans that you will spend over $100 for. And so these people were under Pharaoh, and the United States dollar helped support that labor. Bricks, to gather your own straws, right? To gather your own straws, the Israelites, to gather their own straws while maintaining their brick production. And then we have Americans doing the same thing, right? That's working, and they can't get ahead, right? And inflation, even if you get a tax return, inflation is hurting you. The inflation is the increased price of your groceries and your gas. And then for the six-figure income earner, if inflation is not hurting them, then it's taxation. It's taxation. And so when people apply, yeah, we got the technology, we got XRP that's going to support the banks, but the banks does not support the people. It was taken from the people. But let me tell you this. You have opportunity to that technology again. You have opportunity for reparations and restitution. Now, I know people do this all the time. They sit back and wait in the cut. And when they see the price pumping, they feel like, oh, I'm going to miss out. So when it's at $2.90 or $3, I need to buy. No, slow your roll. That's not how it works. We don't buy in the green around here. We buy in the red. We buy when things are on sale. It's always going to be a cool-off period. It's always going to be a cool-off period. So when people ask me, well, Queen, if that's Jacob Rothschild that has the XRP logo on his temple or symbol on his temple, and he represents evil and oppression. Now, when we look at The Simpsons episode, season 31, episode 13, he was a very evil man. He wanted all the wealth, right? When the United States removed the dollar in 1971, President Nixon from the gold standard, and then Saudi Arabia, when Barack Obama went over there and did whatever to Saddam Hussein, because Saddam Hussein did not want to exchange their oil for the United States dollar. Again, because it's all about supply and demand. The more the United States print out dollars, whether it's through PPP loans or whatever, the more your prices are going to increase. And the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power since this is not attached or pegged to any commodity. Right? But I'm going to show this scripture to you all for say, well, you know, should I sell my XRP if the creators of it are evil, not giving you financial advice? But according to this scripture, the answer would be absolutely no. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. That means at least 2 generations. And the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. If it's laid up for you, if it's stored up for you, and it says the wealth of the sinner finds its way eventually, I think you have to go find it, but this is another translation. And to the hands of the righteous for whom it is laid up for. The Bible says, asking and shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. I'm not talking about something that's just going to be delivered in your doorstep. You're going to have to find a way to cut your budget and invest in these cryptos. Because the sinner's wealth is laid up for righteous people. But you have to invest in it. That's the same thing Matthew 25 is about. Now, I don't know how many church people we have in here, but one of the famous sayings of church, if you ever been in church, especially in the Black and brown community church, is that when you sow a seed, God will meet your need, right? And sowing that seed means to put it in the hands of somebody else. Now, I'm not against that. I've had people to give to me, and they said things that were held up or locked up was released as a result. But let's look at Matthew 25. Let's look at Matthew 25, and let's look at that principle when it's talking about when you sow a seed that's said in churches, and it doesn't matter what color church you're a part of, that you will reap a harvest. How exactly does that happen? Right? Is that referencing to giving it to another person? Again, people have given to me, and things that have been locked up or held up have been released. Like some lady had, some man had like 11 acres of land. He gave like 111. Some lady had contractual agreements that was released on 11. So I've had many testimonies. But this is the other part that I think that the teaching is lacking with that. So we're going to go to Matthew 25. Says that I'm definitely not into church, but not to disrespect anyone. And this is the thing, people. When you receive for someone and you don't give back, that's just the law of giving and receiving. It's reciprocity. Whether you're receiving any, whatever knowledge, and if you got an opportunity to give back to that person, reciprocity, if the opportunity is there, you should, in my opinion. So I'm not saying that, but a lot of times people give to teachers or preachers in church that's not even teaching them about finances in a biblical way, but in a religious way. So in Matthew 25, first of all, the servant gave first. The master gave money to the servants first. It wasn't the other way around where the servants gave to the master first. The master gave to the servants, right? So the master gave to the servant, and the one there was, give me a second. Sometimes I ask you all, how many times did your pastor or preacher give to you first? Like Matthew 25. How many times are they teaching you monetary principles and lessons? Because in my opinion, if it is a need to give money in the church setting, then you should be taught about how to receive more money so that you can have more money to give. The Bible is full about investing and giving and money principles. And in fact, there's more rich and wealthy people talked about in this Bible than poor. So Matthew 25, starting with 14, talks about the parable of the of the bags of gold. And it says, again, it would be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another he gave 2, and to the other one he gave 1. And he gave this gold, this money, each according to their ability. That's another conversation. You need the skills to pay the bills. You need to invest time into learning about this if you want to reap the harvest of cryptocurrency. You need to cut the television off sometimes. You need to have longer attention span. You need to research. You need to listen to people who's teaching you about it, that you trust. And said the man who received 5 bags went at once and put his money to work. My question to you all that's watching me live on the replay, do you put your money to work, or do you only work for your money? Because the only way, according to Matthew 25, to gain 5x returns is to put your money to work and not work for your money all the time. Working 2 jobs is fine if you put yourself in a debt hole that you need to climb out of. But at some point, you need to work. You need to put your money to work for you. And so because this person, the first servant, went at once, that's why he had more, because he was quick to act and take action. He 5x his money, gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. It doesn't say that this person went at once, but did say this person made a profit, right? But the man who received 1 bag went off and dug a hole in the ground. This man chose to use physical labor. The other 2 people that had more did not. The Bible doesn't say they used physical labor. In fact, the one that had more put his money to work. The one that had less went to work. To dig a hole requires intense labor. And he hid his master's money. Hid the money. When you save money and you don't invest it, you're losing. Why? Because inflation averaged about 3% a year. So you have to have your money making more money and some type of more money revenue. Now, I know if you're religious, you want to say, I just give it to the man or woman of God and it'll 5x. But according to the Bible, that's not how that works. It says right here, put his money to work. Now, after a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. You all, a long time, gave this man a chance to change his mindset, his investing philosophy. And he wanted to settle the accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought 5 more, he 5x. And he said, Master, you entrusted me with 5 bags. See, when you have a job, that's entrusted money. Do you invest money that you get? See, rich people don't work for money. Now, they may get money from their work, but that's not the purpose of them working. Let me say that again for the people in the back pews. They may get money from their work, but that's not their purpose for working. Their purpose for working is to get money to make more money, not just to get money. And it says, well done, faithful servant. You have been faithful of just a few things. I will put you in charge of many. See, once you multiply a little, then you can multiply a lot. So he said, come on. And then for the people that debunk and say money don't make you happiness, well, Matthew 25 and 21 says it does. He said, come share your master's happiness. The King James says joy. So the Bible says money brings happiness and joy. If you don't think money brings happiness and joy, then try living without it. So the man that had 2 bags came. He was excited. Master, you have entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, look, like a child, happy. I've gained 2 more. I 2x. I multiplied, right? And his master congratulated him and said, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful again with a few things. I will put you in charge of many. Come, share my happiness. These some happy people, right? Happy people. Then the man that had the least poverty mindset, labor intensive mindset. Let me go dig a hole, get a shovel, do physical work, get 2 jobs. He said, Master, I knew you was a hard man and you harvest this. That means this man receives compound interest. Albert Einstein said, those who understand it receive it, and those that don't pay for it. It says the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest. He said, Master, I know you receive compound interest and you get money from where you have not sown. That means you don't even do labor for it. You get passive income. Let me break it down. Let me explain it to you in today's language. He said, I know you receive passive income and residual income and royalty income. That means money without working, right? He said, well, the master said, you should at least put my money in the bank, deposit with the bankers, so that when I return, I received it back with what you all? Interest. Is XRP the banker's coin? Yes. Is Jacob Rothschild wicked? Yes. But is the wealth of the wicked laid up for the just? Yes. So how's you going to get the wicked wealth? Invest in the wicked investment and go do good with it. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one that has 10. See, a lot of people has it reversed. They think if I have less, I should be looked upon and given more. No, not according to the Bible. The people that invest, they get more. The people that do not invest and get interest, they get less. That's how the Bible says it's work, not me. So he says, it says right here, for whoever has been given more, they will have abundance. No. Let me re-say that because I said that wrong. Let me re-say it. Whoever has. See, at first I said whoever has been given more. It didn't say that somebody gave them. They put that money in the marketplace. They put it to accumulate interest. Whoever has will be given more, and they that have abundance, and they will have abundance. Whoever does not have, even the little they have will be taken away from them. Why? Because they do not understand investing. And it says, throw the worthless servant outside into the darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You all, that sounds like hell on earth to me. You don't have to die to go to hell. Just live on earth without money, and you're going to have hell on earth. I don't care how religious you are, how spiritual you may be. You don't have money, according to Matthew 25, you are going to have hell on earth. And I've said over and over again to people that ask me, should I sell my XRP? Listen, when gold was used as the banker's coin, gold within itself was neither good or bad. It was the people that's controlling it. Likewise, XRP within itself is neither good or bad. It is the people that's controlling it. Take it, get gains, do good with it. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. So let me give you I gave you the spiritual part. Let me give you the natural part. Number one, XRP price must be high. Why, Queen? Well, the higher the prices reduce the number of tokens needed to handle large value transactions. Let me say that again. The higher the price, reduce the number of tokens needed to handle large value transactions. So, for example, if XRP is priced at $1 and transferring 1 billion will require 1 billion XRP at that point, right? $1, you need a billion XRP, it'll be $1 billion. Well, bankers don't want to pay that for liquidity pools, for assets. They're not going to pay that to move their stocks, their bonds, their real estate, the commercial, whatever. So, however, at 1,000 XRP, only 1 million would be needed for the same transfer. So we got 1 billion versus 1 million. What do you think the big banks want to pay? Now, for XRP to be used in banks and institutions as a bridge currency and as a global transaction currency, it must support high value transactions, and a higher price will facilitate the and stabilize that price. That's the word I want to use. Someone says, so we can't afford it. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying you can't afford? Gold or XRP? I'm looking at the comments, but I'm not looking because I want to stay focused. Complete darkness outside of this reality is where Gregory's are bound, who was formerly and Anuka. I don't really, I kind of study Billy Carson on there, but I don't really follow Anuka. I don't get into that deep of a realm. Yeshua, Jesus, didn't want us to be poor and blessed 10 times. Of course, he said, the Bible says, rather, that I will make you rich and add no sorrow. Deuteronomy says, I give you the power to get wealth. Paul said, not God, but Paul said, beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Now, let's see. If y'all think it's already too high for most people, we know to get in that didn't when we told them about it. 1 drop of castor oil on the compound, rub outside the eyelids every day to get rid of cataract. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm going to go ahead and do surgery and get it over with. Because we're talking about technology. We're talking about advancements. And that's where we are, fourth industrial revolution. But thank you for the advice. I sure do. Y'all can see my eyes. I'd rather live stream without these, but I have the blue tints helps the stress. But thank you for that. Now, reaching a higher price is going to be an adaptation. Now we know the SEC case coming up January. I absolutely believe that Ripple, aka XRP, is going to win it hands down. So that's not going to be an issue. And so not just utility, it has to be market focused. I think all of that's going to happen. Again, the ODL, the on-demand liquidity system, use XRP to eliminate the need for pre-funded. And you all have to understand Vostro accounts, which is attractive to institutional financial investors, because at the end of the day, XRP is the banker's coin. They are here to bring in the big institutions that want to use their technology to make global transactions. Now, Ripple is going to be the track that, everything is pretty much running on. Notice I said Ripple, not XRP. There is a difference, but that's okay. I've used this analogy all the time. Apple is the company, iPhone, for example, or iPad is the product. Apple stock is like $200 that's sold to individuals, but the Apple IPO that's sold to institutions is worth way more than Apple stocks. Now, the government, however, may prefer to use Ripple, the company, because they prefer a tightly regulated and controlled network for selling their transaction. But hey, if XRP, for example, is $200, I think we're still good. Even if the Ripple IPO stock goes to 10,000, I still think we're fine. So XRP is decentralized and is not tied to any country's monetary policy. Now, BRICS currency like to focus on trade within the BRICS nation. This would be more beneficial to either XRP or XDC. We broke down XDC last night. Zenfin, It's also mentioned on The Simpsons as well, and its utility or its use cases or its purpose of trade, where XRP is on-demand liquidity, and taking out these middlemen. Now, I'm going to end this live stream because my eyes are hurting a bit. Now, there was someone that left a comment, and I have been looking for this comment. And so I need you, I hope you are watching this live stream. This person brought this out on the Phoenix 1988 Economist. And again, I hope that you watch this. Either you're on here live or on the replay. And let's see why this is not coming up. But at any rate, if it does not come up, on the 1988 Economist, the magazine, the word Phoenix is spelled out. And this person left a comment that, okay, let me see if I can get it to come up now. That when looking at Phoenix, that we see the word Phoenix, we see Zen, if we go backwards, Z-I-N. And they brought that out. But they also brought out something about the PHOE. And so I forgot what the comment said about the PHOE. You know. And so with that being said, if that person watched this live stream, please tell me what you brought out about the PHOE, because I forgot. But I've broken this down many times. That this is Chainlink, this is Jacob Fugger, and the open coin that was first created. And this was way back in 1600s, right? The Phoenix, what it represents, even the Bitcoin and gematria. But also we know that XRP and both flares, known as the Phoenix, 2018, we had the biggest crypto crash. The number 10 represents 10 Phoenix years, 30 years out. So 2018, but the Phoenix began in 1988. And then 1998, the Russian currency system crashed. 10 years later, 10 decades. And also the open coin and the Fugger coin also it's called 10 ducats. There was a gold coin that was used for wealth transactions in the 1600s by the Fugger's family. Now, and then in 2008, we had the biggest crypto crash ever. In 2018 also equals 11 when you add. And then C19 happened the year before. So these people plan years out. They plan years out. The number 10, the letter 10 spelled out is Frinkcoin, aka Bitcoin as well. And again, Chainlink, and then we see the fiat currency system. So we're at this time, people, that it has to happen. And by November of this year, 2025, all cryptos should be on ISO 20022 messaging system by the banks. So this regulation should, if nothing changed, be cleared at least by November. And the oppression and suppression of XRP's technology to help global transactions should definitely be cleared by then. So I hope this helped you all. Take the wealth of the wicked and do good with it. But again, I go on record as telling you all the other X's as well. We looked at the gematria and XLM. In our opinion, I did the live stream that XLM, in our opinion, is going to be for Revelation 13 and 17. No man can buy or sell, because XLM is for the domestic banking. That means the people that are unbanked, that have no way, especially if there's someone there like where Zimbabwe. Let me see if I have these dollars. Where fiat currency system already crashed, and like Zimbabwe, like their currency was printed better than the US dollar. And this is no longer a thing. It's not worth anything. And so people that are impoverished in poverty and that have been so oppressed and oppressed by this one world currency system, XLM is going to service those people. XDC is mentioned Zenfin on The Simpsons, right? The Simpsons coin as well, along with Flare, along with XPR. And then again, we have XRP. And I gave this example scenario last night that if you had like $2,000, which the price of XRP was cheaper then by USD dollars, you can purchase maybe a 1,000 XRP, and you will need a XRP to reach $1,000 at that point to be a millionaire. However, $2,500 in XPR will get you $1 million, and all you need XPR to reach is 50 cents to $1. 50 cents, you have $500,000. If it reaches $1, you're a millionaire, right? Now, with that being said, Revelation 3:18, you mean 13:18? I'm not taking out profit and gold. I don't know. Honestly, because I have gold and silver stored up somewhere. And I just don't want to, because at some point you're gonna have to cash that in. If all of your profits are in blocks of gold, I believe in ounces. And this is just to have money off the grid. The price of silver is also suppressed right now. We know XLM is on that chart, supposedly pegged to silver. If people that have silver certificates, like this is a silver certificate, for example, if they go and tell the vault that's holding that silver, we want the real silver, the price of silver right now would be the price of gold. There's an 88-to-1 ratio of silver to gold. So when you're looking at ROI, return on investment, and at $40 an ounce, it is more advantageous financially to get silver right now versus gold because of the ratio. So those are things that you have to look at. XDN and also you all XYO and other tokens like ADA, HBAR, that's not on that map, but that's going to do big things. I always told you all about quant as well. When we switch to flip to the quantum financial system, right? And XYO, XEN as well. I love XPR though, because the Simpsons also mentioned that as well. Says, read Revelation 3:18. Jesus said, I've always said gold and silver is God's money. I didn't say that, but you're not just going to hold it to be a shiny metal all the time, commodity. At some point, you're going to want to trade it in and get whatever the CBDCs or whatever monetary standards that we're using in this world. You just don't want to just sitting on the shelf and looking pretty at you. I'm saying it now because it's going to be used to reset the currency system once we switch from physical to digital. Because these CBDCs are going to have the backing. They're going to be tokenized commodities. And these CBDCs, these tokenized commodities, are going to include gold and silver. XPR is on the Simpsons. I'm not talking about, it's on the Simpsons, all over the Simpsons. In fact, it's on the Simpsons more than XRP. The only time you see XRP on the Simpsons is on Mr. Burns, who represents fiat currency burning, and it's on the temple. But XPR is all over the Simpsons. I did too many videos to go down that road. Go look on my channel. All of my live streams is talking about XPR is on the Simpsons. But yes, XRP is on the Simpsons, but it's on Jacob Rothschild, aka Mr. Barnes, temple. That also represents fiat currency as well. If you go to Coinbase and you look at cash, that same triangle represents cash on Coinbase. Excuse me. XCN just partnered with NASDAQ. Okay, thank you for that information. HDC Give me a second because I have all these X's. Let me look that up. Can't even SDC supports smart contracts, 2,000 transaction per second, 2 second transaction time. Are you talking about? Oh, you talking about Zenfin? I'm sorry, you can tell I'm tired. Oh, Zenfin is all over the Simpsons. So yeah, Singapore out of that. Zenfin. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just fatigued. Oh yeah. Let me look at Coinbase real quick. You said, Coin Market Cap. So yes, take that and do good with it. People, invest your money again, not financial advice, and never, ever, ever buy in the green when it's pumping. I always wait till it get on red if you want a high return on your investment. So let's look at this. So XCN. I recommend, well, I don't recommend, but Honest Coin, they said there was also on the Simpsons as well. It was up 6%. XCN, Kryptonite. I never saw that. I'm just reading. I'm not telling you how to get that. I just never seen it. 90 million market cap, a good entry price. Let's see what I know Stella's moving with XRP. It's at 47 cents. Look at that Stella Gold. Okay. Stella Gold. Zenfin up 19% at 13%. Ooh, with a $2 billion market cap as well. And XCH is at $23 at a $330 million market cap. XPR, let's look at that. XPR is just 1% with a $38 million market cap. This is all over the Simpsons, you all. This is the one that I was referring to. And XYO gives some great gains. 0.01, just up 3%. And XRP probably is doing a little cool down. Oh, no, it's not. XRP doing this thing, $174 billion market cap, up 8% today. And for those who are in the XRP healthcare, you see a 10% pump, and XRP Pay Net is a 28% pump with a 1 million market cap. So you got a 15 million. Those are very, very low market cap, good entries to get in for potential gain if it pumps. Baby Ripple. Baby XRP. I never heard of that. I need to look at that. XRP Army for you all. Phoenix Coin is down 18%. So, wow, XRP 589 is up 46%. But that's a very low market cap with that. This is a low market cap as well, even though it's pumping. So you have to make sure you're getting those low market cap gems that they have enough liquidity in there to even get your gains out. Elon says, thank you, because I'm about to log off. You're missing BSV. It is the real Bitcoin. Do y'all research for real? Okay. Well, BSV. $57. It already has a $1 billion market cap. What does the SV stand for? I never looked at this. I'll be honest with you. Whoa. Big gain potential. April all-time high was $491. So hey. All-time low, $23. Okay, give me a second. Let's go to. So it's BSV blockchain, one blockchain for everyone. Unleash the full potential of the blockchain. Safe and instant transaction, proof of work, enable business model, micropayments, and a stable protocol for businesses to plan for the future, discover our technology, developing key, cheap, fast, secure. Okay, so I will definitely do some more research on this, on-chain transactions, smart contracts, BSV. More tech companies will be using the BSV blockchain in the future, digital art, NFTs. All right, thank you. I will not try to, get into that on this live stream. I'll do my research and due diligence, and then after I've gotten more educated about it, I'll come up. XPR, I'm assuming, was on record. It ref movie on golf course conference with Africa, India, Asian nation. Is that XOR or XPR? XRP, XDC, XLM. Yeah, I forgot about Algorand. Thank you. IOTA. Yep. HBAR. Don't forget about ADA as well, you all. Patrice, thank you. Hope you all are staying warm in Georgia. Appreciate you too. Okay, Bitcoin, Satoshi Vision. XRP is getting close to its all-time high. Agree. Wow, 3 million. Is you saying 3 million TPS? These could be bots in here though. I have to check that out. I have some bots that are coming. Oh, you are real or you are bots? Queen, do you know if any other crypto blockchains use AI technology? I haven't really. I do have AI, but I haven't really did a good. I haven't did a live streams, but the blockchain AI technology. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a separate live stream if that's fine with you, Smoke, just on that topic. Okay, because I am fatigued right now, and I tell you out anything. What about LCX? Love it. Tokenization, real world asset. Definitely another X. Right. You're welcome, Smoke the Game. Okay, you all. Hello, hello, hello. I'm signing off. You all have a great rest of your night. I really prefer the live stream without any glasses on. So got to get my cataracts taken care of, and I'm probably gonna have to wear glasses to live stream in the future, so I won't get eye strain and eye stress and all that good stuff. But it is what it is. It's all good over here in the neighborhood. You all have a great night. XRP Army, XRP holders, portfolios, right? Bitcoin Maximus that hold XRP, like myself. Congratulations. It is always great and good to get gains. Love you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Queen out.